First Alert Weather.
Well, taking a look right now here at Wamego downtown, we can see that things are pretty cloudy there as well, in addition to Topeka and in Holton. It seems to be the northern half of our viewing area right now, seeing the most cloud cover at this time, while things to the south are a little more clear if you step outside. Temperatures, though, regardless, remain pretty similar all across the region right now. Everyone pretty much within that lower to middle 70s range, the exception being Hiawatha, still in the 60s right now, so a bit cooler than what we'd expect for this time of day, especially in comparison to the last several days. We can see on the 24-hour temperature change map that things aren't too much cooler than they were from yesterday. It was really from Friday into Saturday that we saw that big cool down from those temperatures in the triple digits all the way back down to the middle 80s, an almost 20-degree swing. But so far from Saturday into Sunday, not seeing that much of a difference, at least not at this hour. And again, that's going to lead into a day that's pretty similar to yesterday, just maybe slightly warmer for those high temperatures and maybe a little less humid, as that rain that we saw yesterday morning not going to be a factor here today. Despite those overcast skies, we're thinking that things are going to clear out. We're going to see drier conditions. We can already see that here on our relative humidity map, where things are pretty strongly for here in Topeka and Lawrence, but as we look further off to the south and west here in Emporia and Fort Riley and Junction City, a little bit less so here. Drier air starting to really encroach into the region, and that's going to really set the stage for today being a pretty comfortable day overall. Here's that heat index through later on this afternoon, what should usually be the hottest part of the day, and it's not going to get out of the lower to middle 80s or so. So outdoor conditions not going to be too oppressive. It's going to be very in line with what that actual temperature will be measured with, and when you pair that with a slight northerly wind that we're expecting to have today, it's going to feel a little bit more like fall than the end of summer here, as we are getting close to the end of summer and the start of fall. But again, with temperatures the last week or so, it sure hasn't felt like it. I think this is going to be a good sign of things to come. Rain chances are going to be pretty low as well throughout this time. So far this summer, we've kind of had a trend of if we have lower temperatures, it's usually associated with some rain pushing through, but it seems like we already got that over and done with yesterday, because the chances really all throughout the next week are going to be very low. So not expecting much activity there. We're just going to be focused on these cooler temperatures eventually starting to warm up as we head towards the end of this week. I'll get to that in a moment, though. 84 degrees is where we should be today, slowly becoming clearer. Those skies are going to remain a little bit cloudy probably until 1 or 2 p.m., and then we should see more sunshine within the region. 59 for the low tonight, mostly clear skies. Again, another very cool night after what's been a fairly consecutive stretch of overnight lows at almost 80 degrees. Going to be a nice relief here this evening and overnight tonight, and then over the next several days, as I mentioned, we will be warming up fairly slowly, but by the time we head towards this time next weekend, we could be looking towards triple-digit temperatures, so just something to look out for.